Best fornication Bible story. Whether it's between two singles or two divorcees, illicit sex is fornication. Between the married, prostitutes or porn stars, it's still fornication. Fornication is broader and wider than adultery, but all illicit sex is dangerous for the Christian. Proverbs chapter 7 offers the best story in fornication, a best script in the Bible for the same. It's dramatic, one of the most dramatic fornication stories of the Bible. It is a story of the wise King Solomon. He's warning his children and also us who live in this generation by extension to escape the ravages and shackles of seduction that leads to fornication. This story gives us 7 elements of fornication which would better be of understanding. They are time, town, temptress, temptation, thrill, trouble, and terror, all beginning with letter T. We can say the 7 T's of fornication. Let's get into the story. This is your host, David Gold. Please consider subscribing and sharing, liking and commenting, and this will help us to get the message across to as many others struggling with illicit sex. I read the story beginning with the time. It was dusk, the evening coming on, the darkness thickening into night at the twilight. As I stood at the window of my house, looking out through the shutters, watching the mindless crowd stroll by, I spotted a young man without any sense. He appeared clueless, devoid of understanding. The temptress comes in. He made a dangerous turn, this young man, arriving at the corner of the street where she lived, this temptress, then turning up the path to her house, this temptress. Just then, this temptress met him. She's been lying in wait for him, this temptress, dressed to seduce him, this temptress, brazen and brash she was, the loud type, shameless, this temptress. And where is this? This is a town. This temptress is a town. A temptress, a restless and roaming, never at home, walking the streets, loitering in the mall, in the marketplaces, on the lookout, prowling in the street. This temptress hanging out at every corner in town. The town belongs to the temptress. Beware of the city, beware of the town, for there lurks the temptation. With an impudent face, this temptress, she drew her arms around him and kissed him. This temptress boldly took his hem and said, "I've got all the makings of a feast. Today I made my offerings. My vows are all paid. Now come, I've come to find you, hoping to catch sight of your face. I was waiting for you, I was looking for you, and here you are, I found you." This temptress, she says. And then we come to the drill, and the drill of the temptation by the temptress. And she says, "I've spread fresh, clean sheets on my bed, colorful imported linens. My bed is aromatic with spices and exotic fragrances. Come, let's make love all night. Let's drink deep in love. Spend the night in ecstatic love making. Make love to me tonight. My husband not at home. He's away on a business and he won't be back for a month. Oh, let's do this soon." She has him eating out of her hand, bewitched by her maid's speech, bewitched by her words, bewitched by her looks, bewitched by her lips and hips. The young man complies. When the trouble strikes, before you know it, He's trotting behind her, this temptress, like a calf led to the butcher, this temptress, like a stag lured into ambush and then shot with an arrow, like a bat flying into a net, not knowing that its flying life is over. Soon it will be over. So friends, listen to me. Take these words of mine most seriously. Don't fool around with this temptress like that. Don't even stroll through near a neighborhood, this temptress. And then the terror. Countless victims under her spell. She's the death of many a poor man. Great men have been ruined in her house. She runs a halfway house to hell. A house is the pathway to doom. She is the highway to hell. Fits you out with a shroud and a coffin. Buries you and escorts you to hell before your time. This temptress.